Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video here on the BitFinance channel. My name's Zay. We go over crypto analysis. We talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins. We look at the stock market as well and just go ahead and do a deep dive into what the market is really doing. Currently, it is March 6, 2025. It is 7:50 a.m. in the morning. And we are just here wanting to look at the market as usual. You know, we do a market update Monday through Friday, just trying to be consistent, and hopefully y'all can gain some information, some knowledge from it, and we just gonna go ahead and dive into it. So currently we're sitting at $89,000, really close to $90,000 at this moment. We are testing this 91K area, looks like, as resistance. Hopefully we can get above it and use it as support in some point in time. But my personal theory is I believe we're using this area as resistance right now. We are going to come back down, trickle down to the 70K area, and hopefully we can get some nice buys in that area. That's what I'm seeing right now. Currently, the last time we were above 91K for real, it lasted 117 days. So this is really our first time being under the $91,000 level, but we do have key support here at 70K, which can help us and propel us to get back above 91K. If we get back above 91K, I do see higher signs of price action, such as $108,000, and basically price discovery mode, which is once you get above all-time highs, you'll continue to push forward and just create new all-time highs. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the 4-hour. As you can see, just really on an intraday level, we came down and broke through this level here at 91K. We trickled down, we grabbed some form of support, not the strongest area of support because it's only interacted with this level twice in Bitcoin's entire history, and Bitcoin's been around since I think early 2020, early 2014, maybe even earlier than that from my knowledge. But for a long time, almost a decade and some change, we've only hit this area twice, right? So it's not going to be really strong support just because it hasn't proved itself to be a key area here at around 80K. So it is a psychological level, meaning that, okay, it's a round number, it's 80K, you got 90K, 70K, things of that nature. But just because price hasn't really touched this area enough, hasn't interacted with this area enough, just goes to show, like, okay, this area might not be the strongest bounce zone, right? We have seen a reaction off this 80K though. So if we go back, and we've seen here on Friday, really throughout the weekend, we were able to kind of recover, and especially here on Sunday, we were able to shoot back above 91K, but it wasn't for a long time. We came back above, we chilled here for maybe a couple hours or so here at this level. Let me draw it out for you so you can just truly see what I'm talking about. Is this area right here. We were able to stay here for a couple hours, and that lasted 16 hours, really 20 hours of being back above the 91K area. It didn't really hold that strong, so we ended up coming down. We ended up dropping down on Monday. We got down as low as 11%. We dropped down $10,000, and yeah, we kind of recovered here on Tuesday. On Tuesday, it looks like we trickled up, and looks like we're testing this area now. But but since we didn't hold this area for a long time here, I don't think we're gonna hold for a very long time here, just because we didn't hit a key area that gives us enough energy and enough how can I say, enough I don't know the word, enough power to break back above this 91K area and then continue to hold, right? I think again, as I keep on mentioning, this 70K area would be a strong area for us to get a nice bounce, just because of the amount of interactions in this area. And this is only this is the interactions only from March of 2024, so probably a year ago. A year ago, we've lasted or interacted with this area for a total of 250 days, damn near. So that is really good. That's almost a year. That's like a little less than a year of just simple interaction with this area. And now, for the most part, a year ago we were underneath the 70K area. Now we were able to break above it last year around election time. We broke above it, but we are coming back now to test this area as support. So for almost a year we were up under it. We were testing it. We were trying to push higher, but it wouldn't happen. So a year ago we tried to get back above, couldn't really hold, broke down. Tried to get back above, broke down. Tried to get 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 above, broke down, until we finally broke through this area. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really 5 times after we touched this area, we just completely went back down until we came back and tested the 70K area again. So now we are in a position where, okay, if this area was holding really, really strong resistance, my theory, that's all trading is just having theories and testing them and having support and evidence. My theory is that once we come back down, just how we were able to not break it, we're going to do the opposite. We're 9 times out of 10 going to be able to hold it. So that's just what I'm feeling. That's my thought process, just from my experience being in this market and just trading in general, right? If we scroll over to the S&P, we can see that yesterday we had a bit of a bounce off of this support area right here around 5.7K, which I had drawn out right here. And so we were able to get some form of support right here, but we are facing this resistance zone that I see just right here, just personally clear as day. So unless we get above this area and really hold above it and test these new highs, I do see stock market coming back down, testing this area again. If we come back down, let me show you. If we come back and test this area in a short period of time, this basically means we didn't have enough juice to continue forward or continue upward. And if we come back down here and test in a short period of time, this basically means, all right, this area is not holding very firm and strong, which means we could come back down here and test this area, right? That's just my theory. But I can't be wrong. I'm not the greatest S&P 500 trader, but I do know just trading, right? So when I say trading, what do I mean by that? All right, I'm looking at this chart right here, and I can see that price came up here, boom, it came back down. Price came back to a key level, and it tried to break above, but it really could not break above this high that was set right here, not for real, for real. It kind of made a deviation right here, and then it came back crashing down within, how many days was this? Let me get off this. How many days was this? From the high. Come on now. Come on now. Like 14 days. So it's been 2 weeks of just dropping, which has been around 7%, which is not necessarily good, right? So it took around 2 weeks for us to drop. How long did it take us to get up here? It took around 11 days to get above, right? So it took a little bit longer, but it was a steeper drop, and we broke through and we peeped through a support zone. So just based off what I'm seeing, I think that the S&P could be due for a continuation of a pullback, which will only just help us and set us up for a bigger move in this market, right? It's 2025. I do see price continuing to boom, but in some points in bull runs you have to get a form of correction, right? That's just simply how trends work. So if we get down here, I wouldn't be mad at it. If we hold right here, that's fine as well. That's kind of what we want. So that's basically what I'm seeing there. If I look at Ethereum, Ethereum looks like it's trying to grab some support in this area right here, which is not clear as day, but it is around the 2.1K. I do have my key area marked off here at 1.7. If I look at the ETH to BTC, price is still dropping. We haven't had that form of reversal yet, which is like a candle like this where it shoots and it engulfs all these candles that were set previously. So until we get that, I really don't see Ethereum really just taking off just yet. But that's kind of where I'm at with price right now. As I keep on mentioning, I do like the 70K area. I'm just gonna be patient for it, and I'm gonna continue to wait on it. If we get it, perfect. If we don't and we continue to push higher, that means that this was a solid area of support in the time being, and hopefully we can use it going forward. But just off my technical analysis and history and the work that I put in, I don't personally see it as the biggest area of support. But that is really all that I have today. We're gonna keep it short, simple, and yeah. See y'all in the next video, man. Y'all stay tuned. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed.